Now, I have talked about this in the past, the watch an ad for 50 coins. The only problem is that many people, seemingly for no reason, think that I haven't made a video on this for, like, whatever reason, like, I don't know, like, supporting the developers in this regard. No, I have reported on this before, it's just that you haven't watched the video, which just goes to show how informed some people are about me. But in this case, yes, I will talk about it again, because there are some, like, new developments when it comes to the ad reward boost. So, as I've mentioned previously in my past video about the ad thing in Tower Defense Simulator, after triumphing a match, there is a chance for an additional button to appear to the return to lobby. It is a green button with watch an ad for 50 coins written on it. It can happen on any platform. Now, this contradicts with what I've said previously in that it can only be shown on mobile. That isn't the case. It can be shown on any platform, and the only reason why I thought it was a mobile thing is because advertisements in the past, they've normally been a mobile thing. I do remember some other Roblox games, they used to have like ads or whatever during certain down points. Not Tower Defense Simulator, because I don't think it was that old. But yes, in the past it was a mobile only thing, but now it has been confirmed that you can do it on, like, say, other platforms. So from what I can see, PC users can be exposed to the advertisement on Tower Defense Simulator. Now, the only trouble is I've actually not received one of these ads. I've played PvP mode a couple of times, seeing here 120 times, yet I don't have a watch this ad for 50. I've never received that. Now, obviously, it can only appear after you've triumphed or you've won a game if it's PvP mode, and I haven't received that yet, so I don't know if anyone will receive that. I don't know when I'll first receive that. It might be a while, it might be never. I don't know what the target demographic of those advertisements is. I'm not entirely sure if anyone under the age of 13 is allowed to be served an ad, but certainly my account is enabled for advertisements. You can go to a certain Roblox game to check out what features are enabled on your Roblox account, such as is paid products allowed, so that's like game passes. Is gambling allowed, I think. So my account is actually enabled for gambling despite being in the United Kingdom, because I verified my age to be over 18. In this case, when it comes to advertisements, I am allowed to be served advertisements. It's just the case where I've not received an advertisement yet, despite playing Tower Defense Simulator quite a bit and triumphing, as you can see, about 120 PvP games. Wait, how is someone General 3? Well, yeah, General 3. There must have been General 3. Well, 4 wins and 3. How is that possible? Now, an interesting thing to note is that the advertisement will always give out 50 coins, no matter which boosts that you have enabled in the game, no matter how many modifiers are in the game, and no matter the game mode. So, in this case, for example, if it's Fallen mode, you get 1,000 coins. I have it boosted to 1,100 coins because of my VIP Plus subscription, and ordinarily you would think that the advertisement boost may have been boosted to like 55 coins because of that. No, it's just the case where I get 50 coins, and this is added to your triumph overall. So for me, it will display 1,150 coins, and in other games with like all pass modifiers, this also isn't boosted, so you don't get 55 coins if you play on Mason Arch, for example, a all pass modifier map, which has a 10% increase modifier reward. No, it seems like the boost from watching the advertisement, the 50 coins, is only 50 coins, and you can't boost that in any way. Now, in the past, I've also mentioned that the advertisement was 30 seconds. That's actually not the case. It can be as short as about 5 seconds, as some people have reported, or even like 0 seconds. Some people have reported that it just pops up with like a mobile ad for them to download, which they can just always exit out of, and they don't accept it, and then they can clearly cancel it within the first like 0 seconds. So effectively, sometimes it can be 0 seconds, sometimes I've seen it as long as 20 seconds for some people, but certainly it's not as long as the 30 seconds that I thought it would be, and the 30 seconds that Roblox trailers are about. And in fact, we actually do have a video of someone actually accepting this watch an ad for 50 coins, and this person apparently the advertisement they were served up was promoting a Snapchat user of some kind. I don't know why. Is it just Snapchat in general, or is it... No, it's someone playing Grow a Garden, and I don't want to play any music from that or anything, but it does look like it's an advertisement for Snapchat, and it only lasts, from what I can see, 15 seconds, or like 13 seconds, but like probably delayed. So yeah, and as you can see, you get a pop-up with 50 coins applied. So previously it was 600 coins, and then after you get the advertisement, it increases to 50. Yep. And then you also, in the top corner, you say, congratulations, you've earned enhanced rewards. Now, I've discussed this in the past. The enhanced reward is the ROBUX item that this is attached to. So for this advertisement to work, you have to be offered a developer product that you could buy with Robux, that being the enhanced reward. The enhanced reward is a developer product that I believe costs 250 Robux, but obviously you can't buy it because it's just the thing that Tower Defense Simulator or Paradoxum Games has to attach the advertisements to. So it might, obviously, if the developers do sell the enhanced reward product for 250 Robux, nobody's going to buy it. It's only 50 coins. So yeah, that's just their way of working around it, and that's why it shows up with the notification saying, congratulations, you've earned the enhanced reward. Now, interestingly, this also applies to hardcore mode. So if this advertisement appears in hardcore mode, you'll be one of the first players in Tower Defense Simulator to actually get coins from hardcore mode, and that's very interesting. So it'll probably work in like challenge maps, for example, if you were to triumph there and you only get gems or like some other stuff from that. I'd assume it works in PvP mode, but then it probably works in like any other game mode that allows for triumphs, which is very interesting. So obviously it won't work in sandbox mode, but in the special maps, so that's Polluted Wastelands 2, Pizza Party, and Badlands 2, the 50 coins things works. And then there are some controversies, because there always is. Some people have said that it's greedy for the developers to allow you to watch an advertisement for 50 coins. Now, to clarify, this is a voluntary thing. Some people have said that there shouldn't be advertisements in Roblox games in general, which is fine, and some people said that it is greedy for developers to have advertisements in their Roblox product in the first place. However, I'd like to point out that most of the advertisements served up are Roblox-based ads, so I assume Roblox has vetted it, but, you know, given Roblox's track history currently right now, I'm not entirely sure if that's the case, but who knows. But from what I can tell, the advertisements, they're not too bad, and like they're 15 seconds long, and I don't know how much the developers are paid for like showing an advertisement in Tower Defense Simulator, but it's for 50 coins. 50 coins, that's like, it's a reasonable amount to watch a 15-second, from what I can see, the maximum advertisement length can be about 20 seconds or so. I think that's a reasonable amount, and people said that, you know, it's greedy or it's like evil to have advertisements in a Roblox game. You have a choice. You do have a choice to watch an advertisement, and like, I totally understand some people may not want to watch an advertisement for 10 seconds because I don't know why 10 seconds is not too much to sacrifice. But you don't have to watch it. You can just click return to lobby. It's not like you're forced to watch it. I think people are confused with the fact that you may be forced to watch an advertisement in Tower Defense Simulator. That is not the case. And when ads have been more intrusive in the past, when they've been in the lobby and they've advertised like some other stuff, like I remember being advertised at the University of Plymouth in the Roblox Tower Defense Simulator lobby. I obviously, I'm a university student, so, you know, fair enough. I could go through clearing to get to the University of Plymouth, but no. But this isn't really that much of an intrusive ad at all. You are given the choice of watching an ad for 50 coins. You're not being forced by the developers to watch. You can just click return to. Why is it such a big deal? Like, some people said that this is why they left the game. Bro, you have a choice to not watch an ad for 50 coins. Why are you of all the things to complain about in Tower Defense Simulator, I don't think this is one of those things to complain about, because again, you have the freedom not to watch an ad. It's not being forced down you, and yet people are complaining. It's not like you're being asked to watch an ad to revive yourself. I mean, you know, revive tickets, I've said they're quite shit. I mean, in the past, they've been quite shit, and they've been disabled for most of the time. Here, nowadays, to be fair, I don't think revive tickets are used all too often. I think they work-ish. But you're not being asked to watch an advertisement to resume your game from the point that you died, right? It's not like that. So I don't get why people are complaining of being bitchy about an ad that you can choose to watch for 50 coins, or you may not. And it doesn't take too much of your time, you know? For 50 coins, I think it's fine. So I've alluded to this in the past, but I do wonder if Tower Defense Simulator is going to start adding advertisements in other certain aspects. So, for example, as I've alluded to, maybe they would replace revive tickets with watching an advertisement for 50 coins, given the fact that revive tickets, I don't think many people are buying them, and I don't think they're a sufficient reward that people would want to get. But I mean, obviously, the controversy surrounding the advertisements for 50 coins, what people are probably most worried about is if they seep into other aspects in Tower Defense Simulator, such as the revival of your game, depending on if you watch an advertisement or not. And in that regards, I don't think many people would like that fact. The only reason why I don't think it should be as controversial as it is right now is because you're not getting like material stuff that you don't get if you don't watch the advertisement. So for example, the coins that you get, you can easily get those 50 coins through other certain methods that are free to play. It's not like you are watching an advertisement to get, I don't know, the Game Master Crook Boss. I mean, like, I think actually many people would want to watch advertisements for the Game Master Crook Boss, given the fact that the only way of getting it is through ROBUX. So if people were being asked, okay, watch 20 advertisements to get the Game Master Crook Boss, many people would complain about it, but the alternative being pay 600 or so Robux to get the Game Master Crook Boss, and that being the current circumstances right now, I think actually many people would agree to watch those 20 advertisements. I don't know how much money the developers would get from those 20 advertisements. I'd have to assume they're paid on the amount of players who actually watch those advertisements. But I don't think it is as much as 600 Robux, so I don't know. But certainly it is interesting that the developers have added advertisements to Tower Defense Simulator without actually telling us in like the update logs, or without even like alluding to it. They've just sort of added advertisements to Tower Defense Simulator when Roblox enabled it back in, I believe, June. So yeah, just something to know about, I guess. And I guess people who said that I've never talked about this, they can shut up now, because I've now talked about this twice.